All right, welcome back to Last Request Barbecue Show. Obviously, something is different. Well, what's that different thing? Well, I recorded this entire episode without the other microphone working. So it has nothing, or maybe something to do with the whiskey, Irish whiskey I was drinking, which was quite delicious and warmed me up on a pretty cold night. Anyway, so I thought we'd try something different and do a voiceover for this cook. It was such a fantastic cook. This fresh tuna. Look at that tuna. Look at those tuna steaks. Went to St. Lawrence Market in Toronto with my very good friend, Jeff McKay, and we wandered around and found the best tuna we could find. This is a tuna seared in everything bagel seasoning. And that, ordinarily you'd have a tuna where you might sear it with poppy seeds, black, white poppy seeds, but this adds that pop of garlic. The key ingredient to this, other than, of course, that amazing sushi-grade tuna, is Cressy mustard. And I found this mustard in Prince Edward County. My wife and I were there, and we had a great vacation and spent some time there, and we found this Cressy mustard that I'm holding in my hands. That's the all-bagel seasoning. This Cressy mustard, sent to me, thank you very much to the folks at Cressy. It was a chipotle lime mustard, and I thought, wow, this would be just amazing to wrap around the tuna and then put inside, or you can then dip into the everything bagel seasoning. So thanks again to the great folks at Cressy, because this probably the best mustard, maybe the best mustard I ever tasted. It's just fantastic. So anyway, there you go. All right, so as you can see, it's a dark night. I got the lighting going. I got my mech hat on. I got my mech vest on. Oh, and there's some hot honey. I did some hot. Where did I put the hot honey in? Oh, and then some smoke show. I'm bringing in the smoke show. So thanks for Paige for the hot honey, for the folks at Smoke Show. All right. So there's the tuna steaks. These are just fantastic. I mean, look at the size of these tuna steaks. Now, my wife is not a huge fan of very thick tuna steaks. As you see later on, I'll do something different. But right now, they're so massive that I didn't want to cook it all as one steak. I wanted to cut them up in a few pieces. And you'll see this is what I do with this tuna steak with my Dale Strom knife. And I'm not an ambassador for Dale Strom yet, but maybe that's coming. All right, there's the Cressy mustard. I'm going to put that generously onto our tuna and just kind of not even marinate, but we're just kind of going to put that on. It's almost like a binder, but it really does add some flavor as well. So it was pretty fantastic. Oh, I just noticed I touched the tuna and then put that back in. Oh, well, I'm still alive anyway. So as you can see, I got the Crown Verity going. Part of that is just to keep me warm when I do these cooks, by the way. I don't always need the Crown Verity. All right, there's the Everything Bagel seasoning. Get that wherever you buy your Everything Bagel seasoning. And then you put the tuna into that Everything Bagel seasoning. Make sure and get the ends and, make sure it's covered from tip to top in the Everything Bagel seasoning. There we go. And, keep doing that. I did keep a piece out, by the way, because it was a lot of food. There's just the two of us, and I wanted to use it for something else. I saved it for Executive Chef Evan. Look at that. Look at those colors. That's fantastic. All right, now, why am I putting that there? Because as I said, my wife is not a big fan, to say the least, of sushi-grade tuna. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to put this, as you can see with my gloves from Princess Automotive. I got my Mastercraft temperature guide there. So what I'm doing there is I'm putting down a Teflon searing plate, and I want that up super hot, almost 600 degrees. Oh, there's some great olive oil, by the way. This is House of Ext. I'll put a link in the show notes. This is House of Ext olive oil, and oh my God, this is some of the best olive oil I've ever had. And don't skimp on this olive oil, because what I'm making here is something for the greens. So I'm making a nice little mixture together that's going to be a very fresh salad while my searing plate heats up. I want that searing plate to 500, close to 600. Oh, there's a bit of vinegar, so olive oil, and about a 1/3. So not even that 1/3, just a touch. There's where the hot honey comes in. I forgot about where I put the hot honey in. So it's a pineapple hot honey. Thanks for Paige from Peace River Honey for that. There you go. Oh, and even more Cressy mustard. Yeah, what have I got there? About, I don't know, what's that? Probably when I'm done, maybe a tablespoon. And then this Cattleman's Grill California mix, which just adds a nice little pop of a few seasonings. There, we whisk it up. Very nice. We get a nice emulsification, I think it's called. And you can see my tuna is still cooking over in the Crown Verity. Nice and easy, though, not a direct heat, so I want it to cook easily. That was fantastic. All right. So what have we got here? We've got a soup. We've got a camelina oil, thanks to Three Farmers. You need a high smoke point oil, because as you see, this plate is almost 600 degrees. So you put a high smoke point oil onto the plate, and then now we get to searing. And you can just, well, you can kind of hear a little bit, but you can't really hear. It sounds great. Anyway, imagine a searing sound. So that's the tuna just searing up. Now I'm going to put the greens in with my emulsion that I've kind of whipped together. And there we go. Put those two together. And then I've got some amazing, as you can see there, you just see it over the corner. I got some pickled asparagus, which is almost like cotton candy. Like it is just fantastic. All right, so this is searing now onto this hot plate. And this plate is probably about 500 degrees. Leaving it on for a couple of minutes. You don't want to burn the Everything Bagel seasoning. All right, so now I'm plating it up here. I got to get some new plates. These plates are looking pretty tired for a YouTube show. So anyway. All right, so I'm checking out the sides, make sure all the sides are done. That's exactly where I want. I don't want it burnt, but I want a nice searing on the tuna. Now, my wife's tuna, which I'm pulling off the Crown Verity, is also cooked, but it is well cooked, to like 130 maybe. For me, I like my tuna rare on the inside. Now, this takes it all the way to the top. This lightly smoked jalapeno aioli is just fantastic. Now, the one thing I noticed when I was watching these, I got to get my game going better. Like, that doesn't look great at all. But anyway, okay. So then you put the asparagus on top. And now, let's take a look on the inside. Check this out. It's a Lee Valley Tool spatula. Look at that on the inside. Fantastic. Just fantastic. It's exactly what I was going for. And you need that high heat to get your tuna up and just cook it like that so it's still. There we go with the smoke show again. Just a terrible presentation there. That's just terrible. I got to really up my game for that last piece. Anyway, the flavors in this are just fantastic. Make this recipe. Get some tuna. It was just stunningly good, and we really enjoyed it. Definitely gonna make it again. Sign up. Turn on the notifications. Do all that great stuff. Thanks for tuning in.